I shouldn't be telling you this. Talking about Emma Bradley isn't just dangerous. It's practically asking for trouble. I know that sounds dramatic, like some campfire ghost story, but you'll understand soon enough. You clicked on this, didn't you? Maybe out of curiosity. Maybe because the name felt familiar in the back of your mind. But the truth is, people who get too close to Emma's story don't stay around for long. You probably think she's just another missing person, a case buried under thousands of others that never made the evening news. But Emma wasn't like the others. Every time her name surfaced online, whether in an article, a Reddit thread, even some random comment, it vanished, deleted, scrubbed clean, like someone or something didn't want it remembered. But here's the part they don't want you to hear. Emma's disappearance wasn't natural. And if you're still listening to this, you've already stepped into her shadow. Because the people who talk about her, the people who look too closely, they don't just disappear. They change. I wish I had stopped when I first heard her name. But I didn't. And that's why I need to tell you what really happened to Ema Bradley. The official story is bland, almost insultingly simple. Ema Bradley, age 20, walked out of her apartment one rainy evening and never came back. No witnesses. No frantic neighbors. Just the echo of her door shutting behind her. By morning, she was gone, and by the end of the week, her absence was nothing more than a footnote in a local police report. But if you really dig, you'll find the cracks. Her roommate swore she heard Emma talking to someone that night, though no one else was in the apartment. A man's voice, low and mechanical, like it was coming from a speaker instead of a throat. The roommate laughed it off at first, called it some late-night podcast. But when she knocked on Emma's door, the voice stopped. And when she opened it, Emma was gone, her laptop still glowing on the desk, screen filled with lines of black text scrolling too fast to read. The police dismissed it. They always do. Probably ran away, they said. Probably met someone. But how does someone run away without shoes, without her phone, without even shutting off the light? The strangest part is what came after. Friends who tried posting about her on Facebook or Twitter found their accounts locked or deleted within hours. Journalists who pitched her story claimed their files corrupted overnight. It was as if the internet itself was conspiring to erase her. And maybe it was. Most missing person cases fade into static. A name on a poster, a smile frozen in time. But with Emma, the deeper I searched, the stranger it became, like the internet itself was warning me to stop. It started with a forum post. Buried on an old Pokemon fan board of all places, I found a thread titled, Ema Bradley Files, Do Not Share. The thread was nearly empty, just a single user posting grainy screenshots. Her photo, her apartment, and then something else. A still image of her laptop screen. At first, it looked like gibberish, endless lines of random code. But when I tilted my phone, the text formed words, sentences, phrases like, she is not yours, and stop looking. The post was deleted less than an hour later. The user's account vanished, replaced with a bland 400 for not found. That should have been enough to scare me off, but curiosity has teeth. I searched Emma's name on archive sites, only to find hundreds of deleted threads. Reddit, 4chan, even obscure deep web forums. Everywhere I turned, the same story appeared. Someone mentioning Emma, then silence. As if they'd been wiped away. One night, just past 3 a.m., I got an email. No subject, no sender. Just a file attached, named simply ema.mp4. I didn't open it. Not right away. But curiosity is a poison. A week later, I gave in. When I pressed play, my speakers hissed like something alive. A black screen pulsed once, twice, and then a whisper crawled out of the static. Do you want to see what happened to her? My blood ran cold. The first second of the video looked harmless. Emma sitting at her desk, hair pulled back, typing. Her room was lit only by the glow of the laptop, and there was this nervous energy in her movements, like she knew someone was watching. At first, I thought it was just some screen recording, maybe a hoax. But then she looked up, not at the camera, at me. Her eyes locked with mine through the screen, unblinking, wide, desperate. If you're seeing this, she whispered, it's already too late. The feed glitched, her face fracturing into static, then reforming, twisted. Behind her, the shadows in her room began to move. Not like normal shadows, but like living things, crawling along the walls. She flinched as one reached for her shoulder, but when she turned, nothing was there. The audio warped, a low buzzing under her words. She leaned closer to the camera, tears brimming. They found me through the files. They know when you search for me. They're watching you now. I slammed my laptop shut, heart hammering. But the buzzing didn't stop. It kept going, vibrating through my desk, through my floorboards, until I realized it was coming from inside the laptop itself. When I opened it again, the video was gone. The file ema.mp4 had deleted itself. No trace. No recycle bin. Nothing. That night, my phone rang at 3:07 a.m. No caller ID. I didn't answer. But the voicemail they left is burned into me forever. It was Emma's voice. And she was screaming. After that voicemail, everything spiraled. My phone glitched constantly, apps opening and closing on their own. Notifications flickered across my screen. Strange, broken texts like, "She is yours now," and "Look behind you." I tried to tell myself it was a virus, some elaborate prank, but deep down I knew. Whatever took Emma had found me too. The worst was the mirrors. I don't even remember when it started, only that every time I passed one, I caught movement. Not my reflection. Not exactly. It was slower, delayed, like my reflection was hesitating, deciding whether to follow. One night, it smiled at me, while I stood frozen, mouth shut. I couldn't sleep. Every sound felt amplified. The creak of floorboards, the hum of the fridge, the faint static buzzing from electronics that weren't even turned on. My laptop powered itself up at 2 a.m., screen glowing with a single message. "You shouldn't have watched." I wanted to run, but where? Emma's roommate vanished 2 weeks after giving her statement. A journalist who wrote an article on the case, dead in a car accident. Every breadcrumb led to silence. Every trail ended in erasure. And then came the second email. No words this time, no sender, just a picture. It was my apartment door, taken from the hallway. Someone, or something, was outside, and they knew I was next. I tried to tell people. I posted on the forum where I first saw the thread, left a message in the subreddit, anything to warn someone. Every post vanished within minutes. Replies that tried to comfort me blinked out of existence. Friends who called to check asked if I was okay, then said they'd never received my messages. It felt like reality had a delete key. Sleep stopped being sleep. Days blurred with the same static hum under everything. Sometimes I'd wake and find my browser history empty, search queries erased, tabs closed to nothing. Other times I found recordings I hadn't made, my own voice whispering words I didn't remember saying. Once a video appeared on my desktop, a grainy clip of me asleep at my desk, eyes open, staring past the camera. I don't remember recording it. The police stopped returning calls. Their files on Emma were thin where they should have been thick. People I followed online became blanks. The more I tried to prove the truth, the more proof slipped away. Whoever took Emma wasn't satisfied with just taking her. It took the evidence too. Now everything I trusted online feels fragile and easily erased by something unseen. If you've listened this far, I'm sorry. Curiosity is a slow poison. I tried to leave it alone, to bury what I found. But the more I pull at the thread, the more the fabric unravels. Emma didn't vanish. She was pulled into something that feeds on attention and leaves nothing behind but questions. Now that you know her name, the shadows will notice you. Check your feeds tonight. If a blank thumbnail appears with no title, don't click. But I know you will. Nobody ever resists the last click. Whatever happens next, it's on you. Forgive me and stay away.